I'm going to begin by applying a tinted moisturizer, and I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Flawless Tinted Moisturizer, and my shade is light. I'm using my fingers to blend it into the skin. And the reason I'm using a tinted moisturizer in today's look is because this is my everyday look and I don't use foundation on daily basis. I'm going to conceal any blemishes using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and a Real Techniques Dome Crease Brush. And then I'm going to stick on my shadow shields, and these will protect my under eye area from any eyeshadow fallout. Moving on to the brows, I'm using a Kelly Baker's Brows double-sided brush, and I'm using the spoolie side of the brush just to brush the brows in place. And then I'm going to define the shape using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Pencil, and my shade is Brunette. So I'm just underlining the brow, following its natural shape. And I'm going to do the same on top of the brow. This will make my brows appear fuller. Just note that I'm using small strokes. I don't want to overdraw them. Now I'm using the same pencil on the other side, same way, underlining and up-aligning the brow. And then I'm going to smudge the two lines together into the brow hair, and I'm using the angle side of the brush to do this. Just go in upwards, sideways movements. And then from the Brow Pro palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to pick up the shade Ebony using Kelly Baker's double-sided brush. I'm going to use the angle side of the brush just to fill in the gaps. And next I'm going to seal everything in place using Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and this will keep my brows in place throughout the day. So then I'm picking up the concealer from the same palette using Kelly Baker's brush, flat brush, and I'm going to clean up underneath the brow using this concealer. You can use any concealer you have. I just use this because it's in my palette. I'm going to prime my lids using Urban Decay's Primer Potion to keep my eyeshadow in place throughout the day. And then I'm going to apply my eyeshadow base, and I'm using a MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly. Just dabbing it onto my lids using my fingers. And in today's look, I'm going to use the eyeshadows from Urban Decay's Naked Palette 2. And using a Bobbi Brown concealer brush, I'm going to dab on the shade Booty Call on the lid and onto the tear duct area. So I'm just packing it on to the lid. The eyeshadow base would really make the white shade pop. I'm applying that on the other side as well. So now I'm going to take the color Tease, and I'm using Crown's C440 angle shadow brush, and I'm going to pack this on into my crease just to warm it up and give it some shape. Use back and forth movements, pull it up into the upper crease as well, making sure you blend really well, building the color gradually, adding a little at a time, just making sure it's all blended well. We're going to soften the edges next using the shade Foxy from the Naked Palette 2, and I'm going to do this using a blending brush by Real Techniques, just going over the edges. And I'm going to highlight the brow bone using the shade Booty Call. Using an angle brush, I'm going to apply the shade Tease on the lower lash line. And next I'm moving on to the eyeliner. I'm using MAC's 210 eyeliner brush because it's really thin and it will give me a precise application. I'm using Solange makeup Blackness gel liner. As you can see, I'm using small strokes. I'm just starting really thin and building it gradually. So I'm just creating the wing first. I'm doing this really slow so you guys can see exactly how I do it. I'm not going to fast forward through this because it's really important that you get this step right. So as you can see, I'm sticking as close to the lash line as possible, keeping it really thin towards the tear duct area and winging it out as I go. So I'm going to do the other side as well, creating the wing with small strokes, taking it in, just building it gradually. Just remember, it's always better to start really thin and just build it as you go, because if you really do a thick line, it will be really hard to remove, especially this kind of eyeliner. I mean the gel liner, it's really hard to get it off. So you're just perfecting the wing, just building it as you go. I'm going to tightline my eyes using MAC Smolder eye pencil, and I'm going to line my waterline as well. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. I'm using Maybelline's The Falsies mascara. You can stop here, you don't have to apply false lashes. I don't wear them every day. I only wear false lashes for special occasions, and I believe today is a special occasion because I'm doing a video for you guys. So I'm going to pop these on. I'm using Flutter lashes and the style is Judy. And the glue I'm using is House of Lashes latex free glue. Just make sure you apply it really thin on the lash band, wait for 60 seconds, and then pop these on in the center first, sticking as close to the lash line as possible, and secure the sides starting from the back. I'm using a tweezer for this. Just make sure they're secure. You don't want them coming off. I'm gonna do the other side as well. Pop these in the center, secure the sides, make sure you stick as close to the lash line as possible. It's really important. Just secure them with the help of the tweezer and you're done. This is how it's going to look like. Now I'm going to remove the shadow shields and I'm going to clean out the under area using a little bit of concealer. I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and the same Dome Crease Brush by Real Techniques that I always use to apply my concealer. Just buffing it into the skin, just cleaning out. Just around the nose area where I normally get red. I'm going to define my lips using MAC's Lip Pencil and the shade is Embrace Me. Really pretty pink shade. I don't normally wear lipstick every day. What I do wear is a lip stain or a colored lip balm. So today I'm going to use Revlon's Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain and the shade is 20. I just picked up a bunch of these and I just, wear a different one every day. I love these over lipstick anytime. So now I'm going to seal my tinted moisturizer because I live in Africa and the climate is really humid. So you know, the tinted moisturizer will just slide off my face in no time, and I will get really shiny and it won't look pretty. So I'm not using any heavy powder normally on daily basis. What I use is Mineralized Skin Finish Natural Powder by MAC, and my shade is light. And I'm using a really tiny amount, and I'm applying it using Bobbi Brown powder brush. To give my face some warmth and definition, I'm going to use MAC's Lush Light Bronze Studio Care Blend Press Powder and this chisel brush. I believe I got this from Coastal Scents. I'm not sure, it doesn't have a number on it. But I'm just going in to the hollows of my cheeks and the sides of my forehead, my nose as well. I'm not really contouring my face on daily basis. I don't want, you know, to look overly done. So what I normally do is just dust a tiny amount of bronzer just to give it some warmth. And now as my blush, I will use MAC's Dainty blush, and I'm applying this with Anastasia Beverly Hills Angle Brush. Just popping that on to the apples of my cheeks. And the other side as well. Give my face that natural glow, I'm going to use Benefit's WhatsApp cream highlighter, and with the help of my fingers I'm going to dab it on the highest points of my cheekbones, and I'm just blending it lightly using my fingers. I'm going to apply this on the other side as well. You can use this even if you don't use any foundation, just to give it that glow. I'm gonna use the same product along the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow, and that's it. Now you have healthy and glowy skin. This is it, guys. It's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you got inspired by it in any way, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel to see more. And if there's anything that you want to see, don't forget to leave your comment below. It just makes my day to know that you guys are recreating these looks and you get inspired by them. And just remember that if you don't have the exact same products that I'm using, you can always substitute. You can use any products you have at home. You just look at the shade and just, you know, use any shade that's similar to it. What's important is the technique of blending and applying the makeup and the eyeshadow or whatever it is that I'm using. So, you know, just use anything you have. Basically, you don't have to, you know, go out there and buy the whole bunch of things that, you know, I just used. Thank you again for watching, guys. God bless you, and see you all really soon. Bye.